Why don't we just jump right in, Cam? I think we need to skip a
No
movie.
story.
No
No
story.
nothing. We're jumping in. Nobody 2. Bob Odenkirk is back with his action-packed vacation, John Wick style drama. Guys, you ready for this? Did you check out the trailer?
Yes, I enjoyed the first one, so I'm excited to see what happens.
I did too. I loved seeing Doc Brown
I wasn't
in there.
expecting the first one to be as good as I thought it was going to be, but then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I saw Nobody 2 was coming out. I was like, I'm going to go check that out in theaters.
The franchise that saved Bob Odenkirk's life. You know?
Yeah.
He had a heart attack on Better Call Saul.
He looked great.
He credits surviving his heart attack with the shape that he got into for the original Nobody. And yeah, like John said, I remember we sat down to watch it and we had a blast. I was like, this is ridiculous. Why is this so good?
Yeah.
Yeah, this seems like it'll be a fun little. Well, I also thought when they said they were making Nobody 2, how do you make a sequel to that? And it seems like they're just totally making it's almost like a different movie, but in the skin of the first one, which is a pretty cool way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how you feeling about it? You ready to see him kick some butt?
So is this just action now? Like angry guy goes and kills a bunch of people and beats them up, like John Wick style?
He's like a middle-aged, middle-aged father. Or he's not
this
really
is the new action movie, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like we said, John Wick, like it's like
he retired actually, and then now he has a family. He's just like, I miss the old days.
Yeah.
Like always thinking about like hurting people on the bus. Like you see some bad person.
That's why I was so shocked. He just goes back and starts beating up those people that like.
Yeah, he's like, I just want to beat these people.
The guy that was a jerk to his children in the little like the game room or whatever. Yeah, so it looks like he's back with plenty of action. It's going to be wild. New villains. Just a classic good time. Cool. So yeah, that's coming soon. Crazy. Crazy it's getting a sequel considering it didn't make a lot of money, but it was during COVID. So I think they have some hope in it, more so now after COVID is over. So we'll see. Yeah, let's jump into this next one.
August.
Ironheart. You guys check out this trailer.
I did. It was kind of like, there's a trailer.
Yeah. Executive produced by Ryan Coogler. Obviously, he made Wakanda Forever, where she debuted this character. This was filmed 3 years ago. So I'm a little nervous about it. Maybe Disney's a little bit nervous about it. Wait, why do you think they've held off 3 years?
I think it just keeps getting pushed. I wonder how much rewriting and reshooting they've done. Or do you think they finished it all? And
apparently it's been in the can for a long time. And that it's just been the victim of all of their restructuring and trying to do less and pulling back and promising that they're doing less. And I think part of the reason they pushed it too was they knew there was nothing being filmed in the writer's strike. I mean, think of how little Marvel we've actually had in the past year. I mean, so I think they were trying to push it a bit to stretch it out. But the fact that they are releasing, I think maybe it's all at once. Maybe they are trying to just chunk and dump it and be like. It's also worth noting. I think this is the last project of the old regime.
Yeah.
I think Brave New World was the last movie of the old regime, but I think this is the last.
Do you think they should have released this before Thunderbolts?
I don't know.
Just to kind of say, hey, after Thunderbolts, we're back, baby. But now it's going to kind of go back a little bit into that weird, tricky waters,
Well, maybe flip the script on its head if this isn't, outstanding. If it came out before Thunderbolts, people might say, "Oh, dude, I am done for real."
They're trying to mix it up. They're trying to be like, okay, good one, bad one, good one, bad one.
Maybe they knew, guys, Thunderbolts is legit. This is really going to be a well-received project. They're like, don't taint it. Please, So who knows? Who even says this is going to be bad? You know what I mean?
It might be fine.
It looks fine.
It's the trailer made it look okay.
She's getting a new suit again. Derivative characters are very hard, like Ironheart, Supergirl. It's gonna be hard to kind of connect that, and also I guess the connection to Wakanda Forever. But she's not gonna have that suit. She's trying to make something iconic, but it's kind of hard because it's just like another Iron Man suit. So we'll see how she switches it up. I don't know what what more technology you can find past nanotech, but I guess we'll see. How you guys feeling about the Hood villain played by Anthony Ramos? He's more of a magic character, so they're kind of doing the science versus the magic. John, how do you feel about that?
Science is gonna win.
You think science will win?
Yes.
Science always wins.
Jake, how do you feel about the rumors of Sacha Baron Cohen playing Mephisto in this?
Yeah, the rumors. They've
been rumoring Mephisto.
Mephisto confirmed.
This one for sure. I don't know. Maybe I'll just.
I mean, where's the Hood getting his powers? Mephisto, possibly. I don't know. The Hood's an interesting character. He's got like the hood and the guns, but he's using like magical guns.
Certainly screams it. So
interesting.
I heard that Mephisto rumor, and I just saw that poster for the first time and actually had that reaction like, ooh, they're probably going for that maybe.
Sus.
But it'll be cool. They'll show him for like 2 minutes and then we won't see him again until like 2032. So
that's how Marvel operates these days.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into the next one, Dave. Spider-Man, or Spider Noir, actually. They retitled it. It's not Spider-Man Noir. It's Spider Noir, starring Nicolas Cage. And it's black and white, baby, with some amazing stylization. We got like a 30-second teaser, basically. We see Brendan Gleeson's villain character, possibly. So that's very interesting. Mad-Eye Moody, possibly playing a villain. Some people are thinking he's playing Sandman. I don't know. There's some very interesting theories out there. This is apparently a detective story about Marvel monsters. I liked the line, I hope you find a hero, or whatever. What's he say? I hope you find one. It's like, we need a hero. These cities are terrible. And you hear Nick Cage is like, I hope you find one.
So here's the problem, though. John and I at work today both watched it, and we watched the wrong one.
I was
an AI trailer.
wait, are you sure this is the right one? This one looks like AI.
I thought
it was AI. I watched it
AI.
after you guys said that, and there was clips from the Batman in it with Robert Pattinson. So I was like, wait a minute,
really?
that is fake.
See,
yes.
Yeah, I watched the wrong one, and I was like, dang it, that got me, though. It looks so real.
Which is kind of wild. I know I sent you guys an article today about that, that YouTube is cracking down monetization on YouTube channels that make fake trailers. So if they're trying to, like, they're not changing much and they're using AI to fool their audience.
And the thing is, I should have known, because it comes up and it's like Amazon Prime, and I was like, Sony would never.
It is Prime, though. Wait, it is made on Prime.
Oh, it's on Prime, yeah.
It is on Prime.
Oh, really? Why are they putting it?
Well, Sony doesn't have a dedicated streaming service.
True.
So they sell their shows to the highest bidder. So Sony shows will be on Prime. Usually they're on Prime, but sometimes they're on other shows.
This is a wild question. Has Nick Cage ever done a show before? Does anybody know the answer to that? Is this his first TV show ever?
Maybe.
Not that I can think of.
Jake, how'd you feel about the Spider Noir trailer? You seen Brendan Gleeson's villain, possibly?
Cool. I mean, it's...
you have no clue what to think? I'm excited to see Nick Cage.
Actually, I think it's kind of a neat
idea. It's usually, if you tell me some sort of Sony live-action Spider-Man project, you're kind of burned at this point. You know what I mean? It's just been garbage after garbage after garbage. But then they do something that's like so interesting that it belongs in like a Rick and Morty sketch, and it's like, well, let's see what happens,
Yeah. 1920s Spider-Man starring Nicolas Cage. And
I mean, that's literally like
detective work
in like a joke, and and you're doing a whole thing out of it. So
so apparently he's not Peter Parker like in the comics. He's Ben Reilly. So he's a different version of Spider-Man. Ben Reilly's usually a clone of Spider-Man. I don't think they're going down that route, but they just chose a different Spider-Man name. Also confirmed is that, what's the Spider-Man reporter guy, the journalist guy? Ben Urich is in the show. So very interesting. Yeah, so
really?
Different version, not from Daredevil, different actor and everything.
Yeah. That's who I know that name from. I'm
actually pretty hyped. You get Amazon. Amazon's pretty good quality, at least. So we will see. I don't know. Any final thoughts?
Can't believe it exists.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna
wild.
happen.
Next thing you know, Spider-Man 2099. Fallout Season 2, baby!
All right.
We're going to New Vegas. Jake, break this down for us.
Yeah, they didn't show us a whole lot. They really wanted to say was Season 2 comes out this December, and they made a big point of already renewing it for Season 3. So hopefully that will get a lot of people to really get on the wagon here. The end of the first season teased whatever her name was, I forget. She always said
Lucy.
Yeah. Her and the Ghoul were following the footsteps of her dad. It took them to New Vegas, and I've never played New Vegas, but I know that
it's like
Fallout fan base is foaming at the mouth to see these locations in live action. This show shares canon with all the games. It takes place in the same world. So people have already seen New Vegas set photos and said, "Oh, this must take place after this part of the game." So there's a lot of really cool fan service that they did in the first season, and it looks like they're going to keep it going. And on top of all that, it was a really, really smartly written show. Great characters, a good story, and in judging from the trailer, it looks like we're going to continue the flashbacks of the Ghoul's backstory, which were the highlight for season 1 of Me. Instead of just showing the world after this, all the bombs. Yeah, they showed through the point of view of who will eventually become the Ghoul. They showed the inner workings of how it all kind of started, which was just really interesting.
I loved this show so much, Hughes. I was not expecting to like it so much. Never played the games. Really liked it. I know maybe people who played the games are kind of positive, but kind of negative about it.
It's mixed
a little bit, but quality-wise, you can't deny it's pretty epic.
Yeah, written by Jonathan Nolan and his wife Lisa Joy.
So cool.
Before this, they wrote the Westworld TV show, and before that, he co-wrote scripts with his brother. So the quality is really there. I can't recommend the show enough. It's funny. The music's awesome. And the story is really good. I can't wait for season 2.
That's awesome. We're getting like back-to-back seasons, right? Mm-hmm. Didn't last season came out last year? So we're getting it.
Yeah, so
2024 and then 2025. That's nice for once, Usually got to wait like 2-3 years. For
I think they're pushing it a little. I think it came out like January 2024, and it's coming out December 2025.
Yeah, you're right.
I think they're a little, or maybe it was sometime in the spring. It was maybe this time last year, but.
Wade, you might like this actually.
Yeah, I should probably
give it a try. Sweet, guys. That's exciting. Let's jump into this next one. My most anticipated movie of 2025, Superman. The new trailer just dropped. Was it Wednesday, I believe? We get looks at lots of characters. We get a Lois Lane interview. Superman stopping a war, supposedly. New looks at our Secretary of Defense, Rick Flag Sr., possibly Ultraman. Well, not really. We don't really know who this guy is in the black here with the U on his chest. The engineer from the Authority as well, with crazy like blades and stuff infiltrating the Fortress of Solitude. We get Lex talking. We get Metamorpho. We get Crypto. Guys, how are you feeling about it?
Looks great.
Pretty excited.
I guess
John,
I'm not overwhelmed or I'm not underwhelmed. I'm just whelmed.
John, you're just whelmed. You're in the middle.
John, here's what I want to ask you. Will you go see it?
I will go see it. Yeah, I want to see it.
I think that's a thumbs up from John.
Yeah. I'll go see it for sure.
You're intrigued, John.
I don't think this trailer added anything.
That's my
really. It was just like okay, yeah. I don't really know what's going on.
They just enhanced the scenes we've already seen for sure.
Did you guys notice? Because you remember the outrage people had over like he got hit in the head on the back of the head with a can and he flinches, and then they redid the same shot in this trailer and he didn't flinch. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, some people are complaining online that like when Lois Lane is interviewing Superman that he's too emotional, and like he
or that she's too aggressive. And I was like, do you even know Lois Lane's character?
Well, he's like lashing out, but he's just frustrated. But I think he's just more so comfortable with her, to be able to talk that way. I think it's a fake interview. It's not going anywhere, I don't know.
Like they're flirting a bit or something.
Almost like they're just like conversing. I did like his character change where he like she was like Superman, and he was like, yes, Miss Lane, and like his voice kind of changed. I did like that. Kind of reminds me of like Christopher Reeves, who played Superman in the past. Do you guys think we saw like the metahumans in like these glass chambers? We saw like Metamorpho. There's something up with these metahumans. I think Metamorpho is creating kryptonite in that one scene. So maybe that is where they get kryptonite. I don't know. That's a theory online as well. So you guys like the look of Lex thus far?
Yeah, I like Lex. I hope Lex is really good.
I hope he's like scary. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he's like not like Lex from Man of Steel or not Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
I hope he's not
or
like
he's
that.
Quirky.
Ugh.
Or even the old one, the old one from the old Supermans. I thought he was.
They've always gone the silly or the extravagant route. I want like the perfect human male specimen Lex Luthor. So I guess we'll see what they do here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's angry. He's like you think he's a Superman. He's more of an it. He just thinks of these people with powers as like less
Problems.
than. So yeah, problems. I'm assuming that whole war at the beginning is somehow Lex's like company is funding it or something, and he's mad. I don't know.
Could be.
Lex Luthor's always manipulating everything,
Yeah.
all behind the scenes and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited.
The only issue I had was with the girl in the tower taking the selfie. I was just like, come on, I hated that. I don't know why I hated that. There's that big fight outside, and she's taking
she's taking a selfie during this huge battle.
I was like, I don't know why. I think it is real, but it's like I hate people like that. Like in the middle of something dangerous, they're just like, and like you're like, oh.
I think you're right, Wei. We didn't really get anything new though. That like it does make it makes me more hype, But yeah,
sure.
Jake, how'd you feel about seeing Jonathan Kent, his father, and Ma Kent? Is Jake paused?
I like it because they look like they're real
Southern people. Yeah.
Yeah, real
Kansas. You know what I mean?
People,
like
farmers.
He's not there.
I cleaned your boots.
Kevin Costner and Diane Keaton or whoever it was.
Yeah.
Beautiful actresses.
Yeah.
So I like that they're just too farm. It's good. It's.
Yeah, I like the guy. He's from Walking Dead, right?
Apparently like one episode
Otis.
like 10 years ago.
Yeah, he's Otis in Walking Dead.
Otis, the guy that Shane shot in the knee.
Oh yeah. Oh,
also shoots Carl.
Oh yeah. Carl.
Not good. But yeah, guys, really cool. I'm super excited. I mean, this movie is around the corner, guys. This is crazy. 2 months from now. Wild. Insane.
Cool.